yoga. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes. Allow your shoulders to fall from your ears. Just start taking a few deep breaths. Fully inhale. Fully exhale. On your next inhale, let's lift the arms up high, keeping the ears separate from the shoulders. Exhale, bring the right palm down to the mat, stretching over to the right side, pushing the left hip to the floor. Inhale, center. Exhale, left palm down, stretching over to the left, keeping the right hip on the floor. Inhale, rise. On an exhale, we're turning with our core towards the right. Bring the arms down, bend the gaze over the shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Arms come down. Our gaze turns over the shoulder. Inhale back to center. On the exhale, place the palms in front of you. Walk them out until those hips feel like they want to come off the mat. And then we hold here. Sending our breath to the tight places in the hips. On an exhale, try to bring your forearms down to the floor, rounding out the spine and letting the head be heavy. On an inhale, push into your palms, walk over to the left leg. Exhale, round down. Inhale, back up. Walk your hands over to the right. Once you're over the right leg, we're rounding our spine and head. Inhale, walk the palms back to center. Exhale, we're just rolling up one vertebra at a time. Straighten the legs, let the blood come back in. And option to sit on your palms, either with your palms facing the mat or the opposite way. If you don't like that, you can hold opposite wrists or opposite elbows. Basically, we're just trying to pin the shoulders down so we get a good neck stretch. So I'm going to sit on my hands. Your spine is relatively straight. On an exhale, try to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And you want to feel this pull down the left side of the neck. So try to let the head be totally heavy and just breathe into the left side of the neck. Slowly turn your nose towards the armpit. On an exhale, we're rolling our way chin to chest. Next inhale, come left ear, left shoulder. Turn your nose towards the left armpit. Inhale back up to center. Release your hands and roll the wrists. All right, from here we're coming up to tabletop. So our shoulders are stacked over our wrists, hips are over the knees. Tuck your toes, and on an inhale, we're gonna do wide circles. So on an inhale, we're coming forward, stretching into those wrists. Mine already just popped. On an exhale, our toes are tucked, so we're sending the weight back into our feet, stretching the bottoms of the feet. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more time. Now we're coming the opposite way. So just change direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more time. Come back to neutral, untuck your feet, roll the ankles a little bit. Okay, tuck your toes. On an exhale, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. So we're pushing our shoulders away from the ears towards the hips, and at the same time, looking towards our belly button. Trying to get our spine as long and as straight as possible. And you can bend one leg at a time, breathing into the opposite side. Pedal the feet out. This is a strong pose, but it's also a resting pose, and it's a good way to gauge where your tightness is in your body. On an inhale, shift forward to plank. Option to drop the knees for modified plank. Exhale all the way down. Belly, chest, chin. The feet are relaxed. On an inhale, we're pushing into our core and our legs are engaged. So there's no weight in the hands. Take one more breath. Exhale, palms come close to the shoulders. We're coming up over the knees. Just shift the weight back towards the hips. Rest your head down. Take full breaths in this child pose. It's a tight squeeze in there, but you're massaging your internal organs with your breath. Inhale, shift your weight forward to tabletop. Tuck your toes, separate the knees. On an exhale, downward facing dog. Again, look back towards your belly button. Try to sink the heels close to the mat. Inhale, shift your weight forward to plank or a modified plank. We're hovering here. Exhale all the way down, belly, chest, chin. Palms hug in close, elbows tuck into the body. Our lower body is relaxed. On an exhale, we're pushing up onto our forearms. So now our arms are working and they're supporting our body here. So pull the shoulders through until you feel a little bit of traction in the low back. And we're gonna hold here and breathe. On an exhale, we're rolling back down. Just come to reverse Shavasana for a breath. From here, palms come close to the shoulders, tuck your toes. On an exhale, we're bending up over the knees, coming into downward facing dog. Feet come together at the back of the mat. On an inhale, lift the right leg. Bend the knee, and we're opening the hips so our upper body stays exactly where it is. Our heart faces the floor. We're just opening the hips here, breathing into that right hip flexor. Hinging. Inhale, shift your weight back to center. Exhale, we're bringing the leg through to pigeon. So right knee towards right wrist. The right foot stays flexed. We're walking our left toes back. Our hips are square to the floor. It's really easy to want to kick your weight out to the side of the bent hip. We stay square to the floor. There should not be any pinching or burning in the knee. If there is, then you need to come out a little bit with your leg. You can also use a blanket or a block to tuck under this hip if you need support. Pigeon is not easy, but it's one of the best hip openers. All right, if it's available to you, come down to your forearms. From here, on an exhale, we're lowering our head. Feeling a nice stretch down the whole spine. On an inhale, we're pushing into our palms, walking them close to our body. If you have props tucked under this hip, move them out of the way. We're sinking onto the right side. Bringing this left foot up just enough to where your foot, the right foot and the left leg are touching. So our legs are staggered here. We're bringing our palms out towards the right with a seated twist. So now you're going to feel the stretch in the front of the left leg. Manage it, come down to your forearms, if it feels okay on your low back, and round your spine. Inhale, push into the palms, walk closer to the body, and we're just releasing our legs forward, giving them a good shake. We're gonna do the whole thing again. So not a graceful transition, but come back to tabletop. We'll do a few cat-cows just to mix it up a little. So on an inhale, lift the chin, open the collarbone, let the belly hang low. Exhale, tuck the chin, push the shoulders to the ceiling, bring the tailbone under. Inhale, open. exhale down. Inhale, come to neutral. Tuck those toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to the center of the mat. The next inhale, left leg rises, toes are pointed. We're bending that left leg and opening up at the hips only. Our upper body faces the floor. Feeling this in the front of the left hip flexors, maybe even into the abdomen. We're getting that psoas. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're bringing the left knee towards left wrist. Left foot stays flexed. Walk the right toes back. Our hips are square to the mat. It's going to feel different than the other side. Don't judge your body. Breathe to those tight spots. Exhale, try coming down to your forearms, letting the head be heavy. Inhale, push into the palms, walk them closer to your body. If you have props under the left hip, remove them. We're going to sit on the left hip, bringing the right leg forward until it reaches the foot. Hands walk over to the left now. Pushing forward, feeling the stretch now in the right hip flexor. If it's available to you, come down to the forearms and rest the neck. Inhale, push into your palms, walk them close to your body. We're going to extend our legs forward. From here, we're placing our palms a few inches behind us with our fingers facing our hips. Feet are hip width apart. We're just going to do reverse tabletop here. So on an exhale, We're pushing with our core legs, our butt is squeezed. We're coming up to like a flat tabletop, just the opposite way. And if you can, slow and controlled, let your head come back. Do not flop your head back. Hold it for 2 more breaths. Opening up this front side of the body. On an exhale, we're sinking our hips towards the floor, relaxing our head. Release the legs. Roll out your wrists. Come back to seated. Do our neck stretches one more time. I wanted to just do a simple class. It doesn't have to be a crazy full hour of yoga anytime you want to do yoga. So it's just a nice relaxing way to break up your day. Whatever you did with your hands the last time, do the opposite. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Maybe it feels a little easier this time. Exhale, we're rolling our way all the way chin to chest. Move really slow. Stop wherever it feels good. Now work your way up, right ear, right shoulder, rolling slow. Inhale your way back to center. Relax your arms. Lay back for Shavasana. Take as much time as you need. You can pause the video if you'd like to stay here in meditation for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, just bring your hands to heart center and thank yourself for coming to your mat today. And thank you for supporting me again. Love you guys.